These people got raises just because they're women. Is that fair? The men who are suing don't think so.
If there isn't equality, then we need to rectify that. We just don't think this was the way to do it.
What do you think? A battle royal over sex and money. Eye on America tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Hey, summer's not over yet as the world's hottest skaters burn it up in an ice-melting frenzy here on CBS Premiere Week. Too hot to skate tonight.
What you don't know about bombs could blow you away. Will someone close to you be next? 48 hours, Thursday, September 28th.
This is CBS.
The countdown is on. A season of hard work completed. Just one more goal to attain. A championship. The 1997 Minnesota State High School Girls Basketball Tournament on UPN 9. It's game time.
Tournament, everybody, on the floor of Williams Arena. I am Jeff Grayson, and I am joined by Andy Skugman, and we are starting with Red Lake Falls against Hancock for the A championship.
Yeah, one of the question marks in this game is the turnaround time. Both these teams played their semifinal games last night, and Red Lake Falls coach Chris Kennett said she was concerned about her players and the turnaround time here, whether or not they'll be prepared and ready to go.
Now, Dennis Cornier, the Hancock head coach, said the same thing. If both coaches had their druthers, I think they'd like to be playing later in the day. Let's take a look at how both these teams got to the Class A championship game. Hancock with a convincing victory over Chatfield, and then Andy mentioned Red Lake Falls, a quick turnaround. They defeated Christ Household of Faith, and again, it went right down to the wire in the late game last night. So that is our matchup coming up. And now for more, let's go to Janet Carbonet.
Well, there's nothing like a state championship to motivate two teams to dig down a little bit deeper and give everything they have, and that's exactly what the teams are going to have to do today. Very exciting for all the teams in the Class A and AA. None of them have ever played for a state championship before. Also, a lot of players in their last year of basketball. 3 of the 5 top seniors in Minnesota basketball for the Miss Basketball Award will be featured in tonight's 4A game. Of course, Coco and Kelly Miller of Rochester Mayo, unbeaten, vying for the title against Woodbury, features one of the best guards in the state, Lindsey Huff. So a lot of great individual performances to look for today. Gwen Greiner is also one for Hancock that I'm really interested in watching. Let's go back over to courtside to get this game started.
Both coaches say their teams are similar. We'll see about that in the Class A championship game. Andy and I will call it. Starting lineups and introductions coming up. You're watching the Class A championship from Williams Arena.
It's out there and approaching quickly. A power so valuable you can't afford to miss it. The Power, coming March 17th. On March 17th, the power of the dollar will be felt all the way to your driveway. The power of the dollar, coming March 17th.
Lately, I can't get Dairy Queen out of my head. It's got me thinking Sunday every day. Now, when I buy an Ultimate Super Value meal, I get a sundae for 49 cents. An Ultimate Burger, regular fries, and a drink. All for just $3.49. And a sundae for 49 cents. With this or any Super Value meal. For hot eats, cool treats, think DQ.
Centuries ago, Roman legions were paid for their services with an unusual form of currency, salt. If you think that sounds rather cumbersome, compare your checking account to Checkstra Banking. All your accounts in one statement. Bankers available 24 hours. 6 ways to waive checking fees. Checkstra Banking from First Bank. You'll never miss your old checking account.
You're how old now?
8.
8. Okay. We go zip. You're 36. Where do you do it? You're 36. What are you doing to make a living?
Go to work.
Go to work. Where are we going? Now you got to see yourself. Where are we going? Can you see yourself?
Back at Williams Arena for the Class A Championship. Let's meet the teams. We go to public address announcer David Giles.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Williams Arena and to the 22nd annual Minnesota State High School Girls Basketball Tournament. This game is for the Class 1A State Championship, and it features the Section 5 champion, the Owls from Hancock High School, and the Section 8 champion, the Eagles from Red Lake Falls High School. We will begin the introductions with the reserve players from both schools. First, let's meet the reserve players from Hancock. 5'6" freshman guard number 12, Corrine Hoffman. 5'8" sophomore center number 24, Leah Christie. 5'7" sophomore forward number 32, Jenny Wertner. 5'6" sophomore forward number 34, Tara Stetner. 5'7" sophomore forward number 40, Lindsey Graham. 5'7" junior forward number 42, Leah Messner. 5'4" junior guard number 44, Emily Kale. And 5'8" freshman forward number 50, Christy Brewer. Now let's meet the reserve players from Red Lake Falls. 5'2" junior guard number 3, Krista Lee. 5'7" senior guard number 22, Jenny Oscarson. 5'4" sophomore guard number 25, Andrea Remick. 5'5" junior guard number 30, Lisa Mueller. 5'9" junior forward number 40, Erica Matsky. 5'9" senior forward and center number 42, Jolene Solheim. 5'10" sophomore center number 44, Carrie Peralt. 5'5" junior guard number 45, Lisa Rich. 5'6" sophomore forward number 50, Pauline Dulay. And 5'5" sophomore guard number 53, Steph Cardinal. And now let's meet the starting lineups for the Class 1A championship game. They will be introduced alternately, starting with Hancock. At forward, a 5'7" junior, number 14, Tracy Tilkey. At forward for Red Lake Falls, a 5'6" senior, number 32, Becky Peralt. At forward for the Owls, a 5'7" senior, number 20, Tanya Knoll. At forward for the Eagles, a 5'9" junior, number 52, Jody Purath. At center for Hancock, a 5'10" senior, number 30, Tammy Larson. At center for Red Lake Falls, a 5'10" junior, number 51, Allie Bertelrud. At guard for the Owls, a 5'6" junior, number 10, Terry Knoll. At guard for the Eagles, a 5'5" senior, number 13, Sarah Byers. At guard for Hancock, a 5'7" senior, number 22, Gwen Greiner. And at guard for Red Lake Falls, a 5'5" junior, number 34, Chris Clevin. The head coach of the Hancock Owls is Dennis Cornier. The head coach of the Red Lake Falls Eagles is Chris Kennett. The officials for the Class 1A championship game are Vicki Barron and Pat Whalen. And now for the presentation of the sportsmanship message, please welcome from Hancock, Emily Kale, and from Red Lake Falls, Lisa Mueller.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Minnesota State High School Girls Basketball Tournament. We appreciate your support at this championship game and hope you enjoy it.
The State Girls Basketball Tournament is being played under the rules of our schools and the Minnesota State High School League. These rules accept fair play and good sportsmanship from players and coaches. As athletes, we ask that you help us take home the sportsmanship banner by showing respect for our opponents and the calls of the officials.
Thank you, Emily and Lisa. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? Lori Burling from Buffalo High School will sing the national anthem. The cheerleaders from the Minnesota Residential Academy, Faribault, will sign the national anthem. Their advisor is Janine Cashman. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched was so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a plague was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We are set for the Class A championship between Hancock and Red Lake Falls. It should be a great game. We had a barn burner in our last game of the night. Last night, Jeff Grayson with Andy Skugman. The Owls will be in gold. Red Lake Falls in their purple trimmed with white and gold. There's Chris Kennett. And here are a couple players to keep an eye on, Andrew.
Yeah, from Hancock, Gwen Greiner, the state's all-time leader in three-pointers. And from Red Lake Falls, Jordy Pirash, she poured in 19 points last night in Red Lake Falls win. And there are your starting lineups.
Tilke, Tanya Knoll, Tammy Larson, Terry Knoll, Gwen Greiner. Hancock controls. This is the first of 4 championships here on UPN 9 today. We'll also have a preview show tonight at 6 o'clock for the 7 o'clock games. Terry Knoll over to Tammy Larson. Terry driving all the way. 2-0 Hancock.
Terry Knoll with a nice quick move. Went around everybody. Not the easy basket.
This is Sarah Byers. Quickly to Burat. Pass too low. Gets through. Tanya Knoll picks it up. Here's Griner. Tanya Knoll, number 20. Terry Knoll, number 10, in goal. Griner covered there by Becky Perrault. Griner gets by Perrault, drives. No foul. There's a little hesitation. I think both players thought there might be a call. Play continues. Chris Clevin. This is Becky Perrault from the baseline. No, Griner rebound, transition. Terry Knoll all the way. 4-0. Knoll with both baskets. Steal. Tilke to Griner. Griner missed. Almost a steal there. Loose ball scramble. Clement comes out of there with it. Chris Kennett said before the game, we cannot let them get into a transition game. He said if we get into a game where their defense turns the fast breaks for them, we're in trouble.
They did that all last night against Chatfield. Pretty much ran away with the game from the early going.
You're right, and the Gophers made a great comeback, but it was too much to overcome. Purath, sort of the hook there, a half hook. And the Eagles are on the board.
Purath last night, after scoring 19 points, told me that she was very confident. She said that they can beat Hancock for the championship.
Another layup. Terry Knoll with all 6 Hancock points.
Nice look inside there and a pretty pass. And Knoll just with another easy basket for her.
You know, you mentioned how Hancock played against Chatfield to start the game. Just a matter, I think, right now. Red Lake Falls can withstand the onslaught. Byers missing the 3, rebound, Perrault. In and out. Purath fights for the rebound with Tanya Knoll. The possession arrow means Red Lake Falls keeps the ball. Timeout on the floor with a little over 5 minutes left. Hancock leads by 4 on the Menard scoreboard.
Make Menards your first step for home improvement savings. Get the reach you need with killer ladders. Step stools are on sale for $7.87. 4-foot fiberglass step ladders now $39.96 for a quality finish. Reach for Dutch Boy paint. Dirt Fighter interior latex covers most colors in one coat. Choose 3 finishes starting at $9.65 a gallon. Find all your painting needs at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Ford's best deal of the year is here on America's best-selling car, Ford Taurus. Now with $1,500 lease cash, get a 97 Taurus for just $229 a month for 24 months with 10% down. Lease the best-selling car in America for just $229 a month. And as a lease bonus, Ford Credit pays for all your scheduled maintenance, including oil changes. All you have to do is put in gas and go. But hurry, this Taurus lease offer ends April 2nd. See your Northland Ford dealer, home of 5 of the 10 best sellers in America, again.
The Owls lead by 4 early in the first quarter. Terry Knoll with all 6 points for the Owls. They score off the break. Gwen Griner, the perfect pass in stride. Andy, some history being made next door at the Pavilion in the 3rd place game.
You are correct, sir. Sarah Shanerock from Christ Household of Faith has set a record for 3-pointers in a state tournament. She was 13 of 23 from beyond the 3-point arc.
That's Allie Bertelrud scoring off the Purath pass. You know, back to Sarah Shanerock. Right, that was a key moment last night when she fouled out because she had the range from the 3-point line.
I should mention, too, that Christ Household of Faith defeated Chatfield 72-39 in the 3rd-place game. So congratulations to them and to Sarah Shanerock. She's a record holder.
She played a great game last night. The Lions came up just short by 3. 56-53 was the final. Red Lake Falls in a great game. Larson is fouled. It'll be on Sarah Byers, and that's the first foul of the game, which is a good sign because we're almost halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, it was kind of like the game last night. Both games, really, the refs let the 2 teams play. Didn't call it too close, and games had a real good pace to them.
They were quicker than the games on Thursday. Yeah, there was much more of a flow to the game. The players could run the floor more. Tammy Larson scores her first point, and that's the first point not scored by Terry Knoll for the Owls. She can put Hancock up by 4 with this one. She does. It was funny talking to the coaches before the game. They both said similarity in play and turnover. Byers turns it back over. They said that they kind of mirror each other. Substitution coming in, Erica Matsky. She replaces Sarah Byers. Owls by 4. In fact, Gwen Griner told you after the game last night, said we're going to do it. Confident.
Yeah, they're both confident. Both Purath and Griner. So.
Griner missing from outside. Rebound, Purath. The players we were talking about stolen by Tilke inside, and Purath fouled her. Purath had the rebound for a second, and Tilke got it. You see the rebound there by Purath taken right away, and then Purath with the foul, saving the 2, but drawing her first foul. Gets that one. 10-4 game. Eagles down 6. Jump it up, possession arrow to the Owls.
Tough defense by Hancock to force that. They're playing smothering defense early in the early going here.
They swing it left side. That is Tanya Knoll over to Terry Knoll. Griner hasn't scored, but the Owls are humming. Inside rebound goes to Erica Matsky, who's coming off the bench. Foul there by Terry Knoll. Almost forced the travel. That is the first foul on Terry Knoll, and it is the first Hancock foul.
That, of course, is the downfall, I guess, of playing the smothering defense. You're going to get a few reach-in fouls.
Eagles like to run. They haven't really been able to against a team that likes to run. Here's Purath on a bust out, though, but she'll pull it back out. Baseline jumper, Purath. Short. Bertelroot underneath. Ball's on the line. It goes back to Hancock. There's Chris Kennett, 3rd year.
He's done a good job at Red Lake Falls.
2nd straight year the Eagles have been at the tournament. Foul on the floor. Looks like it's against Red Lake Falls.
I'll tell you one thing, though. Chris Kennett right now is not happy. Her Red Lake Falls team has committed 5 turnovers. Hancock with none so far.
That foul is on Larson. Her first goes to the Eagles. So Kennett's team will get a chance here. It's been 10-4 for about a minute and a half now. Matsky inside the Bertelroot. Nice pass. Rimming off. Purath fights for the rebound, but Tilke comes out of there. And here come the Owls. Defense can't really get set the way they attack. Terry Knoll. Griner drives, dishes. Tanya Knoll. Purple on the rebound. Matsky with another rebound. Fouled by Griner, and that's her first.
I don't think Griner's taken a shot yet, has she?
She's taken, I think, one jumper that rimmed off.
Okay. No, nothing from the three-point line, though.
Right. She's not launching them as much as before. There's the last play. It is Hancock by 6 when we come back.
Gentlemen, our future rests on the success of this cookie.
Yes, CW. But what do we name it?
How about Wafericious? Twist out cookie.
I've got it! Chocolama!
What about you, Hurley?
Oreo.
Hurley, you're a genius.
Got milk?
A woman goes to her personal trainer and says, "Hey, I'm feeling a little sluggish. What do I do?" "Get a Katera," said the trainer. So they put it through a workout. Climb a few hills, pass a truck, and stop on a mime. The more she drives it, the more she likes it. "Katera does my heart good," says the woman. "I think I'll buy one." "Exercise your prerogative," said the trainer. Katera. It's the caddy that zigs. Lisa Katera. See your Greater Minnesota authorized Cadillac Katera dealer. Well, who is Lisa Katera?
Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Skugman.
KMSP Television has purchased the broadcast rights to the '97 Minnesota State High School basketball tournament. No broadcast, rebroadcast, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and account of this copyrighted telecast is permitted without the written authority of KMSP Television and the Minnesota State High School.
You are the Duke of Disclaimer. The Owls force the turnover. The result is a foul on Red Lake Falls. It's on Purath, and that's her second, so 2 fouls on Jody Purath.
Not good in the first quarter. They need Purath in this game. She's one of their key players, as we showed you at the start of the contest.
You're right. She gives them an inside presence and was the difference, I thought, down the stretch against Christ's Household of Faith, because she had a great matchup against Colleen Connor. Both of them played well. Still a 6-point game. Eagles had their chances to trim that lead, but a couple of turnovers here. Byers off the kick. It'll stay with Hancock. Sarah Byers is back in for Allie Bertelrud, who goes to the bench. And you mentioned Griner hasn't scored yet, but the Owls up 6. There's Griner. Over to Terry Noel. Quick pass. Tilke inside. 8-point lead for the Owls.
One thing about this Hancock team is that Gwen Griner may be the star, but she's not the only player. All 5 starters were all conference this year.
We were saying last night that she's a great scorer, but she's a complete player. Purath hits. She answers. She's got 4. It's a 6-point lead. Griner is a great passer and defender as well as being a shooter. Not one-dimensional. Off the foul there, attempted steal by Becky Perrault, and she draws her first foul. That is the 4th team on the Eagles.
Red Lake Falls playing some aggressive defense, trying to force some turnovers there. Almost got the turnover, but just a step too late.
That reminded me of the play last night in the Christ Household of Faith game, where Shane Rock went for the steal late in the game, and she wanted to put the brakes on, but her momentum took her into the player. That was a key play. In the A championship that time, Purath, timing was perfect, but Tilke came out of there with it. Baseline pass intercepted by Perrault. Eagles on the run. Purath will slow it down. Inside, Perrault, yes. It's down to 4. Under a minute in the quarter. Tilke dribbling, she traveled. The Eagles can cut it to 4. Good first quarter. Purath dribbles through the defense. She's going all the way. Jody Purath cuts it to 2. Purath with 6 of the 10. Terry Knoll with 6 of Hancock's 12. There's the time left in the quarter. And the Owls are taking the air out of the basketball for 1 shot. There's Griner for 3. Short. Will they get a shot off? No. A good first quarter of basketball. Red Lake Falls led. They have the lead, but it's only a 2-point game. After 1 quarter on the Jeep and Eagle scoreboard.
When you think
think of Laura Ashley, you think femininity, tradition, and timeless beauty. When you think of Vision World, you think quality, service, and low prices. Now you can experience both. This month, Vision World is featuring the Laura Ashley Eyewear Collection. You'll find the largest selection of Laura Ashley styles in the upper Midwest, frames to fit any lifestyle. And this month, you'll receive a free gift with any purchase from the Laura Ashley Collection. So when you're thinking Laura Ashley, visit Vision World.
Even with its legendary capability and fabled ruggedness, there are mountains Jeep Grand Cherokee will probably never climb. But don't bet on it. Now lease Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo for just $319 a month.
See your local Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Chris Kennett's team with a comeback. It's a 2-point game to start the second quarter.
Yeah, they started to play some real aggressive defenses. We showed you there a little bit ago, and it paid off. They've come back, cut the lead to just 2.
Jody Purath of Red Lake Falls, the only player with 2 fouls. She's the leading scorer for the Eagles. Terry Noel with 6. Purath, yes! Got the roll.
Things are starting to fall for Jody this afternoon, just like last night.
Bill Russell calls that the shooter's touch, the shooter's roll. She got it there. Tanya Noel driving on Byers. She's cut off. Good defense. Owl showing some patience here.
Jeff, they've switched to man-to-man defense. They were playing zone earlier in the first quarter. Red Lake Falls has.
Becky Perrault guarding Griner, who shoots. It's off. Becky Perrault doing a pretty good job on Griner. She hasn't scored yet. Erica Matsky brings it up. It's a tie game. Chance for the Eagles to take the lead. Perrault pump fake. Byers inside to Purath. Good defense there by Larson. Byers hits at the 2. Red Lake Falls leads by 2. Sarah Byers with her first 2. 14-12. Griner guarded by Becky Perrault. That's a good matchup to keep an eye on. That is Tilke. That's also a 2. Tie game. Good start in the second quarter, Andy, for these teams.
Yeah, no question about it. Like you said, though, Griner, she's the key, but Hancock's, the other players have stepped it up.
Matsky drives. She's fouled by Tammy Larson. That's her second.
Here's Jody Purath. To the top of the yard. Drains it. We go to the other side. Hancock. Tilke. Both shots just from within the 3-point range.
Matsky at the line. This is the front end. This will give the Eagles a lead if she makes it. She gets the bounce. Erica Matsky's first point. We're checking on Jody Purath on the scoreboard. Had 2 fouls. Now she's listed with 1. We'll make sure, but we said earlier it was the second foul. They've changed it to 1, and that's a key stat to keep an eye on should she draw another foul. Larson, baseline, traveling. So our stats crew is checking that. 1-point lead for the Eagles, who took it to the limit last night. Perrault is open underneath.
They took it to the limit last night. Perrault takes it to the basket. This have nice reverse layup there.
On the defense there, she was already gone. 3-pointer, Gwen Griner.
There's Gwen, finally hits the 3-pointer. That is career 3-pointer number 261 for Griner.
Tied at 17, the Perrault basket gave the three-point lead. The Owls respond with Griner. There's a foul on Tracy Tilkey, her first, and we're tied on the Clarity scoreboard.
I run my business pretty tight. Because out here, small problems get multiplied by hundreds of acres. So when I'm battling broadleaves, I choose the one corn herbicide proven to get the toughest weeds in the field, without vapor drift. Bottom line, anything less than the best protection just isn't good business.
The Bowers are getting their home equity installment loan from First Bank, not just because the bank will take their application by phone or get them the quick approval they need. The Bowers are going with First Bank because college costs have hit the roof. Remodeling requires an education and high finance, and First Bank will loan them 100% of the equity in their home.
Hurry, no closing costs offer ends soon. To apply by phone, call 1-800-285-7575.
The senior from Hancock has done this 260 times in the past. Gwen Griner spots up from beyond the three-point arc, ties the ball game at 17.
Let's correct the foul situation after the basket. Purath, Berlerud rebound. Perrault missed inside, Berlerud with the rebound. They've changed the foul that was on Purath earlier to Jenny Oscarson. So Jenny Oscarson has one foul, Jody Purath has one foul. They changed it from 2 to 1, and that's a stat to keep an eye on later.
Yeah, key. That's good news for Red Lake Falls.
Foul is on Erica Matsky. That's her first foul. 2-point game after the Berlerud basket. Eagles by 2. 5 minutes left in the first half. Griner. Berlerud had a piece of it, but Larson's there. She banks it in, and we're tied again.
Nice turnaround basket. Tammy Larson. They're using everybody.
The backboard is your friend. She remembered it there for 3. No. There's Perrault. Rebound. Here comes Griner leading the break. Outlet pass. Terry Knoll to the basket. She's fouled and will go to the line.
You talked about Griner being the all-around player. She pulled down the rebound, and the outlet pass up to Knoll. Made a nice move. Tried to get the left-hander to go, but drew the foul.
It's the second foul on Sarah Byers. 2 on Sarah, whose sister Jenny was on the team last year that finished 4th in the 2-class tournament. They were in Class A last year. One of 2 from the line. Terry Knoll, that's her first point since early when she scored her team's first 6. She has 7 for the game. Almost a steal. Perrault out of there with it. And the foul. They look like Hancock on that play.
Yeah, running and gunning. Becky Perrault. The fake. Down court. Perrault, a couple of steps. Got hacked.
Tanya Knowles' first foul. That basket puts the Eagles up 1, and now it's 2. A 3-point play for Becky Perrault. 6 points for her. Make it 7 now after the free throw. Terry Knoll with Matsky on her. Griner for 3 with Perrault right on her. Eagles in transition. Perrault, nice fake. Perrault with 9. She leads all scorers. Transition, Tilkey. Now it is Hancock by 1.
That's been the key so far, Jeff. A lot of points coming in the paint Both teams have about 9 points.
Yes, a torrid pace here. Red Lake Falls by 1. Urath scores. She has 10. Wow, this is rat-a-tat-tat. Knoll drive, rimming off. Fight for the ball. Gets it out there. Nice play by Tanya Knoll. Griner for 3. Missing. Rebounds her own shot, though. Second shot opportunity for the Hancock Owls.
Notice how Griner, that's perfect. It goes for the three-pointer.
Oh, she got a 2 right there.
Two-pointer.
And all of a sudden, she's got 8.
What I was going to say is she followed her three-pointer. The last shot got her own rebound. It's something for the youngsters out there to remember. Follow your shot.
Absolutely. And she gave her team a 1-point lead. That is Perral for 3. It's a 2-point lead now for Red Lake Falls.
That's the matchup, too. Gwen Griner and Perral. Perral's playing her tough D, but these two are going back and forth up and down the floor.
Perrault with 12, Griner with 8. Possession arrow means that Hancock will have the ball. What a first half. Stay with us.
Dinner may be the only time during the day your family's together, and it's too important to be interrupted by the phone. So important that if you order caller ID from US West now, you'll get a free caller ID box which shows you who's calling before you pick up the phone. Caller ID also logs the name, number, date, and time of incoming calls, so you'll know who to call when dinner's through. Call 1-800-619-9393 to order, and the caller ID installation, as well as the caller ID box, is free. A home office means the freedom to be closer to the things you love. The very same things that can take you away from the phone. But because it's so important to see who called and when, if you order caller ID now, you'll get a free caller ID box, which logs the name, number, date, and time of incoming calls. Call 1-800-619-9393 to order now, and the caller ID installation, as well as the caller ID box, is free. Life's better here. US West.
Red Lake Falls with a 2-point lead. It has been back and forth in a thrilling second quarter.
There's Gwen Griner from just inside the three-point arc. She's got a nice touch. Didn't go in square, but nice and soft up there, Jeffrey, and they'll fall in.
Good follow through, too. You saw her follow through with a flick of the wrist. You're seeing some fantastic plays here on both ends in the second quarter.
I think this is the quickest paced game we've seen all tournament long.
That includes the Rochester Mayo Jefferson game, almost a steal by Byers. One of the few times in this quarter where a team has set up their offense. Even off of made baskets, both teams have scored.
They don't know what to do.
They're not in transition. They're making the transition to playing out of transition. Griner passing up there. That's Terry Knoll.
Somebody's...
There's Larson in the post. Hammett Larson was 6.
Somebody missed an assignment there. She was wide open. Just an easy bucket.
It's a 1-point game. Urath driving Sarah Byers from the line. Short. Griner with the rebound, and she's fouled by Becky Perrault, her second. And it might have been a good foul, Andy. Looked like they might have had a transition basket.
Yep, Griner with a couple of key rebounds there. That one's nice, too. And she had one earlier on where she pulled it down and made the outlet pass up to Knoll. But she is a complete player, Jeff. Inside, outside. She can do it all.
Griner at the line, missing the 1 and 1. That's the 7th team foul on Red Lake Falls. Driving is Oscarson getting the roll.
We're back to the pace of before, Jeff. It lasted for one possession. Well, here they go again. They're going to set it up. be a little patient, try to create another nice opportunity to get inside.
Well put. 2-point game. The Eagles leading right now. Chris Kennett yelling out defensive instructions. Dennis Cornier's team taking their time here.
Yeah, that one does. Yes, it is.
Well,
who was that disembodied voice? And
that was one of our technical directors, one of our people here, Liz Carney, helping out on the floor.
Liz, thanks so much.
Liz, thanks.
We appreciate everything you do.
31-29. Hancock can tie or take the lead here.
They're going to look for Griner. He's coming off the screen.
Driving Knoll, and she surprised Tilke with the pass. Baseline jumper, no. And that is the half.
That's too bad because that was a nice opportunity. Nice drive inside. Tilke just wasn't ready for the pass. I think the play was to go probably to Griner, who was coming off the screen. But instead, she went to Tilke, was wide open underneath the basket, not ready, and the ball just went right off her hands.
Hancock led by 2 after the first quarter. Red Lake Falls outscores Hancock 21-17 in the second, and that's where we are now. It is the Eagles by 2, and standing by is Dennis Cornier, the Owls coach, who's with Janet Carpenter. Janet?
Dennis Cornier here at halftime. He is the Hancock coach. What are your thoughts at this point in time? It's gone back and forth, lots of streaks and spurts so far, but it's very, very close at this point.
Well, I'll tell you one thing right now. I don't think any of the players have any jitters on either team, to be plain honest with you. It's offense right now. It's offense at both ends. I think both teams are not playing extremely good defense, and maybe they're playing good defense, but offensively everything seems to be on track.
What else are you going to tell your girls now when you go down at halftime about the game plan for the last 16 minutes of your season?
Right. I think the first thing, we got to play a lot better defense on the inside. Their inside people are really hurting us, and they're shooting a tremendous percentage. I don't know what their percentage is, but they have not missed very, very many of them. I think that's a key for us, is the defensive pressure that we got to put on.
Well, Terry Knoll, also a real bright spot for you. A lot of people talk about Gwen Griner, but you've got a lot of talent on your team.
Yeah, really. It's not one-dimensional. Terry, geez, like on that last one, too, boy, we had the quick little feed, didn't handle the ball, but she's very good on the open floor. She's a quality ball player.
I'll let you go back down to the halftime. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Appreciate it.
That's Dennis Cornier, the head coach from Hancock, and he is going down to visit with his team about the game plan for the second half. Let's go back over to the table.
I heard the music. I thought the Chicago Bulls were going to be introduced on the GMC Sky Cam. Little Alan Parsons project. Well, it's halftime, and our halftime programming will begin in a moment. Red Lake Falls leading in a great Class A championship.
Lately, I can't get Dairy Queen out of my head. It's got me thinking Sunday every day. Now, when I buy an Ultimate Super Value meal, I get a sundae for 49 cents. An Ultimate Burger, with fries, and a drink. All for just $3.49. And a sundae for 49 cents. With this or any Super Value meal. For hot eats, cool treats, think DQ.
Hurry into Wick's Furniture's 4-day saving of the green sale. Unbeatable financing, huge savings. It's on now. Where else but Wick's? Nowhere else.
The Thompsons got their home equity installment loan from First Bank, not just because they could finance their car and deduct the interest, or get convenient ways to manage their money, or pay for the new addition to their home. They chose First Bank because the bank loaned them 100% of the equity in their home, which let them consolidate their finances and their family all at once.
For special rates and no closing costs, apply by phone today.
Do you want to be a policeman?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I don't want to. I just want to be a fireman.
Ah, fireman. But you know about fires? It's hot in there. Would you like to have to put on all that rubber stuff? Yeah? You think? Balls of sweat will be this big coming off your head.
This is a Minnesota 9 News Update.
Hi, I'm Nicole Stewart from the Minnesota 9 newsroom. If you haven't heard already, Minnesota Golden Gophers were victorious last night in a game against Southwest Texas State. The Gophers scored 23 of the game's first 28 points in a 78-46 game. Lori Aoki is in Kansas and will keep us updated on all the exciting developments. The Gophers' next game is tomorrow at 3 p.m. History is made at the NCAA tournament. North Carolina's Dean Smith is college basketball's all-time winningest coach. Smith broke Adolph Rupp's record with his 877th victory as his Tar Heels beat Colorado 73-56. Chisago County sheriffs are investigating their latest snowmobiling accident. Shortly after midnight, 45-year-old John Enaro was thrown from his snowmobile and struck a snowbank. He died at Cambridge Hospital this morning. So far this year, there have been 30 fatal snowmobile accidents. A snow emergency is underway in St. Paul. Plows will be out on all-day plow routes, including all non-posted east-west and north-south residential streets. Tagging and towing will begin at 9 tonight. Minneapolis' snow emergency ended at 8 this morning. That's all. We'll have more after the next period.
Minnesota 9 News. Your first news at 9 with Robin and Gary, and at 10 with Jeff Passels. 2 newscasts bringing you all the news, the hot stories, important issues, information you won't find anywhere else, when you want it, at 9 and at 10. Minnesota 9 News, 2 evening newscasts designed for the way you watch TV.
Hi, I'm Robin Robinson. Hope you're enjoying UPN 9's tournament coverage. Stay tuned for Minnesota 9 News updates throughout the games and a complete newscast following tonight's action.
Now, the Northland Ford Halftime Report, brought to you by your Northland Ford dealers.
We're back at Williams Arena. Janet Carvin with a very special guest, one of the coaches that represented Worthington in the AAA division here. Of course, the new 4-class system this year. My guest is Don Kuiper. He is the head girls basketball coach at Worthington High School, and thanks for joining us today.
Well, thank you, Janet. It's good to be here, and it's good to be here at Williams Arena. It's one of those times when you look at qualifying for a state tournament where you really don't get here to play at Williams Arena, which was a tough situation for us, but we're real pleased to be able to get and to qualify for the state tournament again.
You played in Mankato, and you lost in their first round of the state tournament to Owatonna, but that was held in Mankato. You've been around the game a long time, Don. What were your feelings about how everything has gone for you and your team this year?
Well, it's been different. We were here in 1976, so that was a long time ago, but you know, it's fun to be able to say that we qualified for the state tournament. I think the atmosphere of the tournament, when you look at playing it as an outstate game, talking to a lot of guys that are probably in the same situation that we were, it really didn't feel like a state tournament game. Even talked to a couple of the officials that were working those outstate games, and they felt the same way. The only one consolation I had, we were talking about with one guy, and he said, well, at least you tied for 5th. So I don't know if that means anything, but there's a lot of people in the same boat that we were.
Well, you had an outstanding season, and of course, being involved also, you're a committee member on the Miss Basketball Committee. I mentioned earlier about some of the 5 finalists that we're going to be talking about. The Miller twins, of course, we'll see them. Lindsay Huff, Megan Taylor, and Carolyn Moose. Some outstanding talent, and really with a number of Division I players going to college this year, you and the Miss Basketball Committee must have really had some difficult meetings.
Well, it has been a tough year. You know, we've kind of known this was going to come up from the time these kids were sophomores. I think we've all followed them through their sophomore, junior, and senior years, but it is going to be a struggle. And you know, I don't know. We've got a meeting again today, and we'll be making some other decisions, and but it'll be an interesting decision whichever way it goes.
How do your girls feel about the state tournament? Are most of them here watching the AAA and the different classes today?
Well, we had a group of our senior kids that came down, and the other ones came down. I think a couple of them came down for just the Saturday games here for the finals, but it was a real difficult situation for them. You know, we planned, it was one of those where you make your plans on Monday, and it's all contingent on what happens on Tuesday night, and we went at it with a real positive attitude. We set up itineraries for the whole week, and you know, try to get some things done that way, but you know, it's really a difficult situation, I think, for the girls as well it was for us as a coaching staff, and even as a communities from outstate, where you have a chance to get here and to get here to Williams Arena, and that was a little bit of a letdown. But again, we just looked at the positive part of that, of being just being a part of the state tournament again.
The Williams Arena has proven to be a really nice place for the girls to have the state tournament. And again, this evening we're going to be watching the teams match up in the championship for AAA, Alexandria and Minneapolis North. I have to ask your opinion of that game.
Well, I think it's going to be a great ball club. I mean, North has got some good quickness, but Wendy's team is excellent ball club also. They played very well here, and so that should be a great ball game. I think all of the matchups that we've got in each of the classes are going to be great ball games today.
Great. Well, Don Kuiper, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate your insights.
Thanks, Janet.
Don Kuiper, the head girls basketball coach at Worthington. They were a finalist here at the state tournaments from Worthington, and congratulations on a great season. We'll be back with second half action at Williams Arena.
Menards has amazing savings for your home projects. Insulate and save year-round with glowing well insulation from Schuler, the easiest way to insulate attics and other tight spots. Now $7.77 a bag. Has your storm door taken a beating this winter? Replace it with an Emco Forever door, guaranteed to last as long as you own your home. A white crossbuck door is $166. The savings are forever at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The mystery of the blinking rings. And now, my finest illusion. Voila! Empty! Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, no, please don't get up. You're too kind. Thank you.
Just yours.
It's not necessary for you to...
Got milk.
Ow!
Private Parts is the #1 movie in America, and the critics love it. The New York Times, The Today Show, Rolling Stone, Siskel and Ebert, and Time Magazine. If you don't believe it, ask someone who's seen it. Private Parts, rated R. Now playing.
Before your next haircut, ask yourself a few quick questions. Is your hair salon open evenings and weekends? Great Clips is. Does your hair salon clearly post their prices?
$21? Last time it was only $16.
Great Clips does. Are the stylists at your hair salon courteous and friendly? Are they professionally trained? Do they stand behind their work? If your hair salon is Great, then you already know the answers. Great Clips. Guaranteed satisfaction, guaranteed style.
To stop a car thief, Ellison must go undercover.
Let's go!
And we do mean undercover. The Sentinel. The Sentinel, Wednesday at 7, followed by Star Trek Voyager at 8, here on UPN 9.
Welcome back to Williams Arena, and this is Championship Saturday. Back-to-back state championships with the 4-class system. We are getting ready to start second half action for the Class A championship. We'll be followed by the AA championship coming up. Two excellent teams are matching up from West Central Minnesota, New London Spicer, and Minnewaska. Both very well coached teams. London Spicer, of course, Mike Dreyer. He has been in the state championship 4 times in the 90s, has not been able to emerge victorious. I'm sure they're looking for that. Minnewaska, of course, defeated Blake, a much favored team, and so they're used to being underdogs as well. They have never defeated New London Spicer in the last 12 times those teams have matched. That game, of course, coming up right after this first state championship game about 3 o'clock. We'll be back with more action here at Williams Arena.
This has been the Northland Ford Halftime Report, brought to you by your Northland Ford dealers.
Around these parts, you need a truck with all the right parts, and that's the Ford Ranger Extra. It's called Extra because it comes with these extra parts. AM/FM cassette, deep dish cast aluminum wheels, raised white letter tires, and a rear step bumper. That's over $1,500 worth of parts at no extra charge. And listen to this part. With $1,000 cash back and about $1,000 down, the Ranger Extra can be yours for just $139 a month for 24 months. So to get your Ranger Extra, you just have to do your part. Get to your Northland Ford dealer now.
Vince and Brenda Fuller are First Bank customers, not just because they have Checking Plus, which protects them from overdrafts, and a line of credit, which protects them from the unexpected. The Fullers are First Bank customers because at midnight, a banker helped them find their checking error and transfer funds to cover it, which protected them from a sleepless night.
You're how old now?
8.
8. Okay. We go zip. You're 36. What are you doing? You're 36. What are you doing to make a living?
Go to work.
Go to work. Where are we going? Now you got to see yourself. Where are we going? Can you see yourself?
Remember holding your breath? Struggling to stay under just a little longer? Aching to look around a little bit more? Wishing for some way you could stay on the pretty side of the water? Well, you can stop holding your breath. Underwater world. Dive into a whole new world.
I think it may be our best first half of basketball at the 1997 girls basketball tournament. Red Lake Falls over Hancock, 31-29, a well-played game so far. Jeff Grayson with Andy Skugman. Great pace in the first half.
Right, I don't know if it's definitely the best game so far. It's certainly one of the best games, but it's also the fastest game, I think, that we've seen so far. Jody Purath for Red Lake Falls. She has 10 points, 4 assists in the first half. Purath and Becky Peralt have kind of put Red Lake Falls up by 2. It took Gwen Greiner a little bit to get things going. She is, as we've said all along, the all-time leader in three-pointers. There's her first one right there, spots up. She's 2 for 4 from beyond the three-point arc today, 4 of 6 from three-pointers yesterday in their win. There's the stats. Kind of an interesting, both teams shot really well in the first half, 64% for Red Lake Falls, 48% for Hancock. And one of the reasons for that, Jeff, a lot of shots in the paint, a lot of close shots.
You see the leading scorers there, Tracy Tilkey and Greiner with 8 points. And you mentioned Peralt with 12, Jody Purath with 10. And I think if you're Dennis Cornier, you say other teams shoot 64% and we're only down 2. That's a pretty good sign right there. And you saw the percentages right there. Hancock shot 48%. Red Lake Falls from two-point land was 13 of 19, 68%. You throw in the 1 of 3 from three-point range, and they're 14 of 24. So great shooting in the first half, and a few turnovers, 10 total in the first half.
Red Lake Falls had 5 early on. They ended up with only 6 for the entire first half, so they stopped that. Stop playing sloppy.
Purath missed it. Matsky can't get the rebound. Greiner up top, and she traveled. So there's a turnover. The 5th Owls turnover of the game. Well-played game here. Minnewaska area against New London Spicer in the AA championship coming up after this one. Roger Buxton and Janet Carbonin will call that one. Purath traveled. So both teams looking a little rusty from the halftime break here. Turnovers to start the third quarter. Terry Knoll brings it up. Knocked away by Purath. It'll stay with Hancock. As we see the GMC Skycan overlooking Williams Arena. A nice view of things from the barn. Greiner, baseline, brings it out to Larson. Larson drives, little contact. Turtlerud was on her. Greiner for 3. Back of the rim, rebound, Purath. And she brings the ball up for a little bit. The Byers up to Peralt. She traveled. So far, they've had 4 traveling calls in the first 104 of the third quarter.
Yeah, a little sloppy by both teams. They came out. They know that they only have 2 quarters left in this season. The winner will be the champion. So maybe they're a little nerves. It's a tight game, good game. Maybe some nerves.
Larson, nice play along the baseline. Tammy Larson with 10. Ladder for 10. Scoreboard says 8. Byers, baseline. Perrault for 3, short. Byers back to Perrault, who drives and scores. 14 for Becky Perrault. Stolen by Jody Purath. She's all over the floor.
Nice defense by Red Lake Falls. Once again, they're playing aggressive on the defensive side.
Porterud, pump fake, scores. Alley's first 2 of the game. I'm sorry, make it 6. Looking at the wrong numbered slot on the stats. 4-point game.
That can happen, Jeff.
Yeah.
Once.
Got to eliminate those mental mistakes. Terry Knoll driving, draws the foul.
One thing about Red Lake Falls, or about Hancock, excuse me, is that they play a very tough schedule. New London, Spicer, Minnewaska area, Tracy Milroy. New London, Spicer, Minnewaska area will play for the two-way title coming up next. We're going to take a break at Williams Arena. Red Lake Falls with the lead by 4.
I don't like homework, but it's supposed to help me. Dad said homework helped him get our new LeSabre. He studied about safety and stuff, and which car is supposed to be the best bag. Then he found out he can get gas for a whole year. His homework must have worked, because everybody sure loves our car. And they were really nice when we bought it. Dad says I'll appreciate homework someday. Of course, he says that about my sister, too.
Lately, I can't get Dairy Queen out of my head. It's got me thinking Sunday every day. Now, when I buy an Ultimate Super Value meal, I get a sundae for 49 cents. An Ultimate Burger, regular fries, and a drink. All for just $3.49. And a sundae for 49 cents. With this or any Super Value meal. For hot eats, cool treats, think DQ.
Well, a new twist on the girls basketball tournament at the concession stands.
That's funny, Jeffy.
Yeah, it's comedy.
You really are funny.
I do what I can. I have kind of a salty sense of humor, but anyway.
All right, I was trying to finish my thought before. New London, Spicer, Minnewaska area, they're playing our next game coming up, but Hancock played both these teams and Tracy Milroy. They defeated New London Spicer, so they've got a very tough schedule. Gwen Reiner off.
Possession arrow will keep it with Hancock. I don't know, this possession arrow thing, I know it's been around for like 5, 6, maybe more than that, maybe more than 5 or 6 years. It just seems like as soon as there's any kind of, I mean, not even a major time for the ball, they call the jump right away.
I think they call it a little too soon. Yeah, they have in this tournament at least so far.
Larson, baseline. Nice move. Did not get the roll. Stolen. And now it's restolen, and it's kicked. Purath on the break. She's going to the basket. Front of the rim, no. And there's a jump, and the possession will mean it stays with the Eagles. It is a 4-point game.
Now that's a legitimate call for the possession arrow. But yeah, last night I know in one of the games they called the two girls just grabbed the ball right away and they just blew the whistle.
Purath outside, no. Still a 4-point lead for the Eagles. Owls bring it up fast. Tanya Knoll over to Tilke. Right now Purath is on Griner. And she's all over right now. Driving Terry Knoll. Larson, another jumper. Yes. Off the window. 10 for Larson. Purath to Byers. 2-point game. A great single-A championship to start championship Saturday.
This game has, the momentum has gone, it's stayed the same the whole game. Neither team has really been able to take over, take control.
Through the defense, Terry Knoll ties it up. She has 9. We're tied at 35.
Terry's played a very good game, very solid game. She's in control at all times. I like that.
Another steal. Great hustle by Larson. She was on the line. She made the nice defensive play, though. Tied at 35, just under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Two evenly matched teams here, and we're getting a quality championship game. Over the top, Peralt off the inbounds, has it deflected. Peralt, Purath, yes. 12 for Jody Purath. 2-point lead, Red Lake Falls.
Chris Kennett's got to be happy Jody Purath will be back next year. She's just a junior.
Deflected by Jody Purath, who this half has the task of guarding Gwen Griner, who has not scored yet. But remember, she went most of the first half without scoring and then lit it up late for 8. She's got the ball. Inside pass, contact on the floor. It looks like it'll be on Becky Peralt as Tilke was fouled.
I think you're right. Yep, I think you're right, Jeffrey. Peralt's got that arm inside there.
It's the third foul on Peralt. 2-point lead for Red Lake Falls on the First Bank scoreboard.
There's no question the Lincoln Town Car and the front-wheel drive Lincoln Continental are extremely well-equipped luxury sedans. And compared to other luxury cars, you'll find they offer one considerable difference. The V8-powered Town Car is the roomiest luxury sedan in its class. And the Continental with its 32-valve V8 engine is a Consumer's Digest Best Buy, meaning with Town Car and Continental, you'll feel exhilarated, not spent.
This is a Katanga. To the Luba people, it was money, worth 3 cows and a chicken. But if you think that's primitive, compare your checking account to Checkstra Banking. Pay bills by phone. On-demand 24-hour banking. 6 ways to waive checking fees. Checkstra Banking from First Bank. You'll never miss your old checking account.
Terry Knoll had Hancock's first 6 points of the ball game. She has 9 right now. Nice drive here. 14. It's one of the keys so far, in my opinion, Jeff. She's kind of been the quarterback so far.
You're right. Griner has not had a huge game offensively, but the Owls are in it because of the balance, and Griner can do other things besides score to be effective. Terry Knoll out top. This is a zone defense now, looks like, sir. 2-3. Peralt and Matsky were on Griner there. Inside, Larson, left side again. Tie game.
Larson with no problem getting that shot up and over the defenders.
12 for Tammy Larson, and she's had her share of shots on that left side of the floor. Peralt driving out of room. Matsky off the back of the rim. Porterwood rebound. Back to Matsky, who's tied up. Byers, that's a 3. Short. Owls in transition, and here's Griner. She lost it, but she got it back in time. Lost the chance at the layup. Tilke outside. Terry Knoll doing the dirty work. Hancock by 2.
Terry Knoll again. Nice rebound, put back basket. She averages 15 a game. She's at 13. 11. I apologize. She's at 11 right now. 4 away from her right.
Purath, tough pass to Peralt. It looks like a foul on Terry Knoll. Terry Knoll, you're right. She's playing a great game.
It's, you know, when you have someone like Gwen Griner, that's great. But as we said earlier, all 5 starters were all conference. That's a good team.
Both these teams had a lot of experience coming back this year. It's Terry Knoll's second foul, and I think we'll get one now on Tilke, and that will be her second as she got tangled up with Jody Purath. The team fouls still are just two apiece. Well played game. Eagles down 2. They've been up most of this quarter. Nice pass. Byers to Purath. Tie game. 14 for Jody Purath. There goes Terry Knoll. Larson from outside. Tanya Knoll. Griner. Here's Terry Knoll, the offense this quarter. No. Herald with a rebound. Pushing the ball. Double teamed over to Byers. And she's fouled by Tilke, and that's 3 now on Tilke. She's had the last 2 fouls.
Yeah, playing aggressive, maybe a little over aggressive on that one.
Third team foul on the Owls this half.
Little over aggressive. Got the arm to arm contact.
That's from outside. Purath. 16 for Jody Purath. And here come the Owls on the break. Tilke inside, shot blocked. A couple players were there in purple. Purath with 16, and I'm impressed by her inside-outside game. She's scoring from everywhere. Matsky. Purath, who traveled. Just under a minute left. 50.8 seconds on the clock. With the decimal. There's our story. It's been close all the way. The Eagles withstood that furious pace Hancock set early and matched it in the second quarter.
I think Hancock would like to.
There's a 3-ball for Tanya Knoll. Her first 3 points of the game. 3-point lead. 3-point shot, 1-point lead off the first basket for Tanya Knoll.
Hancock would like to get the pace up again. They'd also like to hit a few more of those 3-pointers.
Inside, Bertelrud over Larson. Larson made her change the shot, but Purath is there. 18 for Purath. 1-point lead, Red Lake Falls. Will the Owls get one off? Here's Griner. When Griner does it again, she beat the buzzer last night. She does it again and gives Hancock a 2-point lead. What a way to end the quarter, Andy.
Yeah, you mentioned last night's shot at the end of the first quarter in the semifinals. That was a turnaround. This one, she's on the run, never even gets set up. But she makes it anyway. That's why she's hit 263 3-pointers in her high school career. Hancock over Red Lake Falls by 2 on our GMC scoreboard.
Do you want to be a policeman?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I don't want to. I just want to be a fireman.
Ah, fireman. But you know about fires? It's hot in there. Would you like to have to put on all that rubber stuff? Yeah? You think? Balls of sweat will be this big coming off your head.
One look at Sierra, and you'll see it makes a powerful statement. But with a closer look, you'll find that even with 255 of the strongest horses out there, they're easily tamed from in here. Now get up to $1,250 in option package savings on select Sierra models. Sierra. See your GMC dealer today.
And we're back at Williams Arena. Dennis Cornier's team. He's working up a little bit of a sweat here. 2-point lead for his Owls. They outscore the Eagles 16-12 in the third. Griner's 3 finishes the quarter. Another buzzer beater for Gwen. She's got 11 in the game.
Turnovers key. Red Lake Falls committed 4 turnovers. Hancock had 7 points off those in the third quarter.
Owls with the ball, and they lead by 2. This game reminds me a lot of the Red Lake Falls Price Household of Faith one last night. Even all the way, neither team really could get out to too big of a lead. I think Hancock got a 6-point lead early this afternoon, but that's been about it. Inside, nice pass to Larson, who's got the drive and score. 16 now. They get 14 for Larson. Larson has scored a bunch on that left side, and they're doing a good job of finding her open.
There's Larson again. As you said, they're finding her. She's wide open underneath there. Can go to her all day like that.
She leads the Owls with 14. Curath inside. She has 20.
She is impressive, Jeff.
Here's Terry Knoll driving the basket. It didn't go, but it won't count. But Knoll draws the foul. Looks like it's on Curath.
Curath had 19 points in last night's semifinal win, 20 already this afternoon. And as you said, we've seen her hit a few from outside as well. And only a junior.
First foul on Allie Bertelrud. First foul on Allie Bertelrud. As Curath with 20. Harold has 14. They lead the Eagles. 34 of the 45 points scored by those two players. Griner for three. Rimming off. Fight for the rebound. Tanya Knoll got it to Terry Knoll. Tilke was open for a second underneath. Bertelrud with good defense. That's a three-point opportunity. Tanya Knoll with her second three of the game, and it's a 5-point Hancock lead. 6 points.
Make it tough for Hancock if Knoll and Griner are both shooting from three-point range. They got to defend both Griner and Knoll.
6 points for Tanya Knoll. The ball comes our way, and it will be a Hancock foul. Dennis Cormier liking the aggressive D. Timeout on the floor. Hancock increases its lead. It's a 5-point game.
Lately, I can't get Dairy Queen out of my head. It's got me thinking Sunday every day. Now, when I buy an Ultimate Super Value meal, I get a sundae for 49 cents. An Ultimate Burger, regular fries, and a drink. All for just $3.49. And a sundae for 49 cents. With this or any Super Value meal. For hot eats, cool treats, think DQ.
The Bowers are getting their home equity installment loan from First Bank, not just because the bank will take their application by phone or get them the quick approval they need. The Bowers are going with First Bank because college costs have hit the roof. Remodeling requires an education in high finance, and First Bank will loan them 100% of the equity in their home.
Hurry, no closing costs offer ends soon. To apply by phone, call 1-800-285-7575.
Hancock with a 5-point lead. We've talked about Terry Knowles, 11 points. Watch the hustle there by Larson, creating the three-pointer for Tanya Knoll, who has 6 points, both on threes.
The guard matchup's the key in this game right now. Terry Knoll and Gwen Griner have 22 points, 11 each for Hancock. The Red Lake Falls guards only have 2 points.
Herald shoots an air ball, but I think someone may have gotten a piece of that shot on the way up. It goes to the Owls, who have a 5-point lead with just under 6 minutes left. This is a key part of the game right here because it's a 5-point lead. Owls can make it 7, or you know how they like to shoot the 3. Almost a steal, Curath Gamble. Team fouls, there's 4 on Hancock, 3 on Red Lake Falls, so that's not an issue as far as the team foul. Larson in the post, she's had a great game. Owls slowing it up a little bit. Larson swings it to Tanya Knoll. So out of the timeout, the Owls taking their time, showing patience here. Curath again with a near steal.
Yeah, they've been running all game, and now they're trying to kill some time with a 5-point lead.
Let's see what this possession brings. Inside, Griner to Tanya Knoll, who's fouled by Sarah Byers. The quick pass by Gwen Griner.
Yeah, nice patience. She waited. They kept throwing the ball around on the perimeter. She waited, got it inside. Good foul.
3 fouls on Sarah Byers. have 3 each for Red Lake Falls. Tilke and Terry Knoll have 3 each for Hancock. This is Tanya Knoll at the line. This for a 6-point lead. (51-45) Hancock. Just under 5 minutes to play in the game. Matsky, not the person the Eagles want dribbling out of that pressure. Purath, tough pass to Butterwood, and the Eagles are rattled.
I think you're right, Jeff. They can't seem to get settled down here. Hancock's has slowed the pace down. Maybe that has affected them. But they're playing sloppy.
They have not scored more than 1 basket this quarter in 3.5 minutes. They've scored 2 points. They've been outscored 6-2 in the 4th. And there's a high pass by Tanya Knoll. Way too high for Tracy Tilke. So Red Lake Falls with another chance to cut into this lead. Chris Kennett's team down 6 in the Class A championship. Harrell to Purath. Harrell going to the basket. Can't get it. She'll go to the line, though, it looks like, in the act of shooting.
Harrell's been, as you said, they only scored 2 points in the 4th. She's been a lot quieter in the second half than she was in the first. 12 points in the first half.
It's the 4th foul on Terry Knoll. Still a 6-point lead.
A woman goes to her personal trainer and says, "Hey, I'm feeling a little sluggish. What do I do?" "Get a Katera," said the trainer. So they put it through a workout. Climb a few hills, pass a truck, and stop on a mime. The more she drives it, the more she likes it. "Katera does my heart good," says the woman. "I think I'll buy one." "Exercise your prerogative," said the trainer. "Katera, it's the caddy that zigs." Lisa Katera. See your Greater Minnesota authorized Cadillac Katera dealer. Well, who is Lisa Katera?
From tournaments past, this great clip is brought to you by Great Clips for Hair.
In the 1995 Class AA tournament, Rochester Mayo dominated their opponents with strong play all around, plus outstanding efforts like this one. Coco Miller takes the long pass and puts in the alley-oop for 2. Rochester Mayo defeats St. Cloud Apollo for the AA championship.
This great clip brought to you by Great Clips for Hair.
The Owls up 6 over the Eagles in the Class A championship. Red Lake Falls will inbound, and this place is coming to life now.
4 minutes away from a state championship for one of these 2 teams.
And it has been a championship quality game, too. These teams have played well. Not many fouls or turnovers. Hurtlerood inside. She's fouled before the shot. And that will be the 5th. Looks like the 15th foul on the Owls. It's on Tilke, and that's 4 on Tilke, the 6th foul there on the Owls. Byers having trouble getting it in near the 5-second count. Byers quickly to Pertlewood inside, who throws it out to Perroff. That's a 3. In and out. Mansky rebounds. Put the ball on the floor and had it stolen. They jump it up, and it'll go to Red Lake Falls. Looked like Mansky may have had 2 had she not dribbled.
Yeah, you mentioned the foul situation, and it's critical right now for Hancock. Both Terry Knoll and Tracy Tilke have 4 fouls.
6-point lead for Hancock. We stay locked at 51-45. Eagles had a couple chances there. Purath thinking about it. There's Perrault again for 3. Rimming off. Larson with a rebound. She's played well.
Big rebound by Tammy Larson there.
Eagles had 3 shots at it on that possession. Terry Knoll controlling it against Sarah Byers. She loses it out of the scramble. It's a foul, not a jump ball. It looks like a foul. I think it's on Perrault. We'll get the call here, but Hancock keeps possession.
The Red Lake
4 fouls on Red Lake Falls' Becky Perrault. That's the 15th foul on the Eagles.
As we said, Becky, though, the only player on Red Lake Falls with 4 fouls. 2 Hancock players with 4 fouls. We'll return to Williams Arena in a moment.
Ford's best deal of the year is here on America's best-selling car, Ford Taurus. Now with $1,500 lease cash. Get a 97 Taurus for just $229 a month for 24 months with 10% down. Lease the best-selling car in America for just $229 a month. And as a lease bonus, Ford Credit pays for all your scheduled maintenance, including oil changes. All you have to do is put in gas and go. But hurry, this Taurus lease offer ends April 2nd. See your Northland Ford dealer, home of 5 of the 10 best sellers in America. Again.
Menards has Peerless Savings for your home. Choose from a wide selection of Peerless kitchen and bath faucets. This double-handle chrome faucet is $24.48. White or almond single-handle models are $79.97. Bring out the best in interior wood with deft, clear wood finish. It dries quickly to a durable finish. Just $12.92 a gallon after rebates. Find quality and low prices at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Chris Kennett's Red Lake Falls Eagles have scored just 2 points in this quarter. Dennis Cornier's Owls have scored 6, so they've outscored them 6-2. A lid on the basket for the Eagles. They're down 6 with just over 3 minutes to play in the Class A championship. Possession arrow to Hancock. Mansky with the aggressive defense.
Trying to make something happen again, Jeff.
Hancock keeps possession.
They've gone back to the man-to-man, which is interesting because that's how they were successful in the first half.
Griner over to Tilke. Remember that play where Griner fed inside as they beat the defense. Here's Griner baseline. She goes up and is fouled by Bertelrud, and that's her second. That is the 6th team foul on Red Lake Falls. They're even at 6 now. It's a shooting foul. You see Griner going to the line.
Gwen with 8 points in the first half. Only 3 so far in the second.
Here's Allie Bertelrud. 6-point lead. We can make it 8 here, shooting 2. It's a 7-point game. 12 for Griner. Outlet, Bertelrud, tough catch by Perrault, who puts it in. Becky Perrault with 16.
She's playing a great game. Very much in control of herself on that driving layup and underneath the basket. Very nice.
You're right, good body control there. 5-point lead, almost a steal. Fires on the overplay, and Terry Knowles going all the way. She gets her own rebound. That's a big rebound right there.
We've talked about her all the way through the game. She's playing good. Good ball handler. Just kind of drove right on in there. Went strong to the hoop. Didn't get the basket, but she did get a rebound.
It's the 4th foul on Sarah Byers. That's the 7th team foul on the Eagles. There's a timeout on the floor. It's a 5-point game. You see the 24 on the socks of the Eagles. Janet Carpenter mentioned last night that is in honor of Robin Purath, a player from last year's team, the sister of Jody Purath. Robin died in a car accident last summer, and the Eagles pay tribute to her by putting her number on their game socks. As you see Jody in the middle there of the Eagles huddle. Jody has played a tremendous championship game. She has 20 points.
She's had a tremendous tournament, Jeff. Had 19 points last night.
And
I think that would cap off be a nice nice way to cap off the season with a championship. But they trail right now, 52-47. Only 2:11 left.
Now free throws become a big factor here. No. Terreno misses the 1-and-1.
That's a big rebound by Peralt, too.
Matsky. Peralt is open on the right side. Now she's covered. Almost traveled. Swing it to Matsky. Bertelrud trying to post up, as is Curath, but they can't get anyone open. Matsky. Peralt is open. Rebound, Purple. Peralt. She's fouled. Griner wanted a jump ball. It's a foul, I think, on Griner. It'll stay at the Red Lake Falls end. If it's on Griner, that's her second.
Like you said, Jeff, free throws at this point of the game are crucial. Hancock missed theirs. Peralt has a chance to get her team within 3.
She's in the act of shooting, so it's 2 shots. It is the 7th team foul, however, so they're both in the 1-and-1. Both teams with 17 fouls. 17 for Peralt, but Bertelrud can't hit. They jump it up. Bertelrud frustrated at the miss, but the possession arrow keeps it with Red Lake Falls.
Real strong rebound by Bertelrud, but she couldn't get the basket.
What a big one that would have been. It's a 4-point lead. 1:40 left in the game. Peralt traveled. Little anxious. .133 on the clock, and that was huge. The miss combined with the turnover. Owls, Griner through the pressure. There's Terry Knoll. See how long the Eagles go before they decide they have to foul. They're down 4. Remember, no shot clock at the high school level. Owls can do this the rest of the game unless they're fouled. Hard pick by Griner on Matsky. You see, we're under a minute in the Class A championship. Foul on Bertelrud, her 3rd. Larson will go to the line, shooting 1-and-1. Two-possession game right now, depending on what happens with these free throws.
Tammy Larson having a fantastic game for Hancock. Already has 14 points.
In and out, but Griner with a rebound off the free throw.
We've talked about Griner with the complete game. That's a huge rebound right there, Jeff.
Matsky in there, fouls. It's her 3rd foul. Now going to the line is Tanya Knoll. That is the 9th team foul on Red Lake Falls. One more. As you see Chris Kennett wanting a timeout. One more, it'll be 2 shots at the line for every foul. Griner with another rebound off the missed free throw. Matsky with her 4th foul. Oh, those are huge.
Gwen Griner coming through when it counts. Not her, didn't have the greatest day offensively, but as we've said all day long, she is a complete player and she can contribute beyond just putting the ball in the basket.
You are right. 4-point lead, 49.1 on the clock. Now let's talk about what each coach is probably saying. You've got free throws now. Chris Kennett talking with her players on the Red Lake Falls side. They've got to get points, and they've got to get the rebound if there's a missed free throw.
Well, that's been the key in these last 2 free throws so far, and Griner has pulled down both rebounds, and she's been the key. And once they get back, you know, she gets the rebound, they bring it back out and try to slow it down again. Red Lake Falls goes nowhere because they just have to foul again.
As key a stat as anything is the lower right, the time. Now if you're Hancock, I guess what you say, just play hard defense, but you don't need the foul here. There's no point. Keep the clock moving. You see players in foul trouble. Terry Nolan and Tilke have had 4 for a while. Sarah Byers, Becky Perrault, and Erica Matsky all are 1 away from fouling out, and they may have to use those because they're down 4 here in the final minute. When we resume, it'll be Terry Noel shooting 2 because that is the 10th foul on Red Lake Falls.
That's big.
5-point game. Six-point lead. 9 points for Terry Noel. Tanya Noel, I'm sorry. Timeout called by Red Lake Falls just after we had one. 6-point lead. You know, we talk about Terry Noel, the Noel sisters have done a tremendous job. Tanya with a couple of 3-pointers and those free throws.
No question about it. The entire, I'm impressed with Hancock's entire team. Last night it was Gwen Greiner, and she pretty much stole the show with 28 points last night in their win, in their semifinal win. But today they've spread the wealth around, and as we've said all day long, that all 5 starters on Hancock's team were all conference.
Right.
So they're displaying their depth right now. I mean, if you can have, when we talk about depth so many times, we mean bench depth, but they have depth out on the floor at all times. Tanya Noel, all 9 points in the second half.
Larson
so, yes,
has 14, Greiner with 12, Terry Noel with 11. Great balance. Tanya Noel has 9, and as you mentioned, Tilke with 8, so a lot of balance over there. Purath and Perrault have led Red Lake Falls. They have 37 of the 48. Bordelrud has 6. Eagles don't care who scores right now, just get points. Steal by Terry Noel. She's fouled by Maskey, and she's out of the game. Wow, a turnover. The last thing the Eagles needed.
The Noel sisters, they have come through, no question about it. That was nice, aggressive defense. It's right in her face. The steal, and draws the foul.
Erica Matsky fouls out. Jenny Oscarson replaces her with 39 seconds left. And you see the urgency there in the faces of the Eagles players. This is Terry Noel shooting 2. It stays a 6-point game. This for her 12th point and a 7-point lead. Hancock in great shape right now. They stay with the pressure D. Another timeout called by the Eagles. Hancock adding to their lead. You see the Owl fans, they can taste it.
Hancock with only 3 losses all season long. New London Spicer, they lost 58-38. Spicer beat them. And they also lost to Minnewaska area 62-41. Those 2 teams just happen to be in the Class 2A championship game coming up next. Their 3rd loss of the season was to Pelican Rapids 43-39. And all in all, Hancock 32 seconds away from the state championship and an absolutely fabulous season.
And Red Lake Falls has lost only 1 game all year to Kitson Central, 55-46.
Dennis Cornier has said that one of the reasons why Hancock's such a strong team is their strong schedule. Playing the New London Spicers, the Minnewaskas, and the Tracy Milroys, last year's champion in Class A.
You hear players talking about stepping up. Well, they're stepping up in class because, as you just said, they're playing double-A teams. Purath with the ball. They need to score right away. Open door defense, and Purath can't get the roll. Great move, could not finish. Weiner is fouled by Sarah Byers, and she is fouled out of the game. The celebration is starting to begin on the Hancock side, although there are 21.8 seconds left.
One of the other keys to Hancock's success this year is the fact that they've been able to stay injury-free all season long. And as we all know, you got to stay healthy if you're going to get to the state tournament.
Jolene Solheim and Chris Clevin replace Bertelrud and Sarah Byers. Byers fouls out. Well, the Owls have missed their share of free throws in the last 2 minutes, but they've kept the Eagles from scoring. Again, 1 of 2, 13 for Griner. Chris Clevin. It's 5 points, but the clock continues to run. They can't call a timeout. The Eagles want to call a timeout. Turnover on Tanya Knoll. The Eagles were trying to call a timeout, but the ball was in play, and they didn't have the ball. It's a 6-point game, 5.8 on the clock. You got to shoot a 3 right away. Purath for 3. Hancock wins the Class A championship. The Owls are the first champion of the day. Congratulations to the Owls. They hold the Red Lake Falls Eagles to 7 points in the fourth quarter, 19 in the second half after the Eagles had a 21-point second quarter.
Yeah, defense definitely the difference in the second half. Hancock, too tough, very aggressive style, forced the turnovers. Too tough for Red Lake Falls.
It was a great championship game, a well-played championship game. Down the stretch, Hancock, as you mentioned, causing the turnovers. These teams evenly matched. Red Lake Falls took fourth last year. They're the runner-up this year, and they played a great championship game. We're getting set for the award ceremony here at Williams Arena.
And we're making history here. The first team in the four-class format to win a state championship.
Hanson of Long Prairie, assisted by Dave Stead, Executive Director of the Minnesota State High School League. Silver medals and the Class 1A second place trophy will be awarded to Red Lake Falls High School. The silver medals will now be presented to each member of the team. Krista Lee. Sarah Byers. Jenny Oscarson. Andrea Rennick. Lisa Mueller. Becky Peralt. Chris Clevin. Erica Matsky. Jolene Solheim. Carrie Peralt. Lisa Rich. Colleen Dulay. Allie Bertelrud. Jody Purath. Steph Cardinal. Student manager Joey Elkhorn. And student manager Shayna Hagland. And now will the captains of the Red Lake Falls team please come forward to receive the Class 1A second place trophy. Congratulations to Red Lake Falls. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we would like to announce the winners of the Sportsmanship Awards. The Minnesota State High School League, with the support of First Bank, is pleased to sponsor a Sportsmanship Award for its member schools. This award recognizes and rewards school communities that display good sportsmanship while competing in a state championship tournament. The Sportsmanship Committee has selected the schools that will receive the Sportsmanship banners, which will be presented by Jan Prohaska, manager, First Bank, Apple Valley. And now would representatives from Hancock High School please come forward to accept the Sportsmanship banner on behalf of your community. And would representatives from Red Lake Falls please come forward to accept the Sportsmanship banner on behalf of your community. Congratulations to both Hancock and Red Lake Falls Sportsmanship Award winners for this tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we would like to present to you the First Bank All-Tournament team. The 10 students named to the First Bank All-Tournament team have distinguished themselves during the Girls State Basketball Tournament by their athletic excellence, leadership, team commitment, and exceptional sportsmanship. Recipients of the award were elected by the vote of sports writers and sportscasters covering the Girls State Basketball Tournament. The all-tournament team ballots included the names of all students competing in the tournament. Presenting the trophies for the First Bank All-Tournament Team Award at center court are Jan Prohaska, manager, First Bank, Apple Valley. And now the 1997 Class 1A Girls Basketball All-Tournament Team. From Chatfield, forward Sarah Nelson. From Chatfield, guard and forward Liz Schroeder. From Christ's Household of Faith, center Colleen Connor. From Christ's Household of Faith, guard Sarah Shanerock. From Red Lake Falls, guard Sarah Byers. From Red Lake Falls, guard and forward Becky Peralt. From Red Lake Falls, forward Jody Purath. From Hancock, guard Terry Knoll. From Hancock, forward Gwen Greiner. From Hancock, center Tammy Larson. First Bank and the Minnesota State High School League congratulates all members of the Class 1A All-Tournament team for girls basketball. The 1996-97 Minnesota State High School Class 1A girls basketball champion is Hancock High School. Each member of the official squad receives a gold medal. The gold medals will now be presented to each team member. Terry Knoll. Corrine Hoffman. Tracy Tilkey. Tanya Knoll. Gwen Greiner. Leah Christie. Tammy Larson. Jenny Wartner. Tara Stetner. Lindsey Graham. Leah Messner. Emily Kale. Christy Brewer. Student manager Alexis Graham. And now will the captains of Hancock, the 1996-97 Minnesota State High School Class 1A Championship Girls Basketball Team come forward to receive your championship trophy. Congratulations, teams. Please join the Minnesota State High School League and First Bank in congratulating these athletes and their schools for their outstanding participation in this year's State Girls Basketball Tournament. The award ceremony is now concluded. We thank you for your attention.
Hancock is the 1997 Class A champion, and they are showing off the hardware. The Owls kept their composure, Andy.
Yeah, they should be proud of themselves. They've had a great tournament so far.
They beat a good team,
too. Tournament. They beat a good team. And they showed why they deserved to be here last night with a real impressive win over Chatfield. Well, Red Lake Falls is tough, and they played them very strong this afternoon. We congratulate them on their victory.
Some key offensive rebounds off of missed free throws helped down the stretch. Really well-played game.
Yeah, we talked about Gwen Greiner and her three-point shooting ability, but she had two huge rebounds off missed free throws late in the game that really could have made the difference.
Janet Carvinen is getting set for a post-game interview session, and when we go over to Janet, it looks like she is surrounded by owls. She could be in a forest instead of at Williams Arena. It is a happy time in Hancock. A great season for Red Lake Falls. That was just their second loss of the year. So we congratulate the Eagles on a second-place finish. They gave us two great games here back-to-back. Two very close games that went down to the wire. And Janet Carvinen is standing by with the champions. Janet?
I'm here with a very happy starting five from Hancock. Congratulations, girls, on the state championship. We're going to start over here with a couple of the seniors. Gwen Greiner's a little bit choked up, so we'll move on over to Tammy just to start out. Tammy, a big performance for you today on the inside. I think you're the leading scorer out there today. How did it feel, and what did you have to do in order to have a good performance today?
We knew we had to come out and just work really hard. We knew Red Lake was a good team, and we knew we had to come out and work hard, and it was going to be a close, good game. And we just all played our hearts out, and we wanted this so bad, and we did it.
Well, Gwen, a lot of hard work over the years. I know I've known you for a long time as far as your commitment and effort. And obviously, congratulations on finishing your career #1 and 3 points.
Yep, it's really a dream. It's a dream come true for all of us, and we wouldn't be able to do it without the 5 of us. And
we finally do it. We got the big gold medal around us, and that's all we could ask for. We worked for it, and we got her.
What was going through your mind when they were putting the medals around your neck?
We knew there was only one team, and that coming in here, being in the Gophers locker room, we knew the setting was great, and when we came out, I knew that we were going to do this. And when it just weights you down, it's so heavy.
The good thing these girls are strong to handle these heavy medals around their neck. Now, these three over here are all cousins. We're going to start with the Knowles first. Terry, congratulations. You know that Red Lake Falls had some great guards and that you were going to have to individually handle the pressure out there at the point, and you did a great job.
Thanks. I knew they had some quick guards right off the bat, and I knew I had to play position defense right away and come out strong, and I did that, and I tried to keep the girl in front of me best I could, and I tried to help out my other players too.
Well, Tracy Thielke, also a cousin here. A lot of balance in your scoring for all of you girls today. And what was going through your mind in terms of what you had to do to be able to be effective today?
In my mind, I just wanted to play defense and rebound. That's all I wanted to do, and get fast break, get TJ the ball, and score. That's all we wanted to do.
How does it feel as far as the community support? It looks like everybody from Hancock's here.
As many that could come. We have boys that have a section final basketball game, so they couldn't be here today. So
we're going to be cheering them on if they get down this far too. This is Tanya Knoll. She's also Terry's cousin. You're not sisters, but your cousin, and you are a senior. It's got to feel great to finish up your last game on such a great note.
Yes, it feels wonderful. Just a dream come true. Just wanted to come out all together and just play our hearts out.
What are you all going to do to celebrate now?
Just have fun, put our feet up.
I'm sure you had to relax after last night's game. It was a busy day and a short turnaround for them also. Do you have anything else you want to say to the people back at Hancock?
Think about it.
All right. Thanks, girls, a lot. We're going to talk to your coach and enjoy, celebrate, and we'll see you all a little bit later. I want to bring in Dennis Cornier, the head coach from Hancock. Wow. They can make a lot of noise, those girls.
They're a lot of fun, aren't they? Yeah, they really are. And, you know, you couldn't ask for 5 better individuals than those 5 right there. And the 13 ball players that we have on our team, they're all very special.
Well, day in and day out, it takes everybody practicing and working hard from the beginning of the season. Now, they talked about what a thrill it was to be in the Gopher locker room. They kind of reminded me of the Gopher men's team today because I think when I looked up there toward the end of the game, all 5 starters had between 8 and 14 points. And I thought, that kind of reminds me of the balance that the Minnesota Gopher men have had.
You bet. And, you know, I think each one kind of takes their turn. Some quarters, you know, one will get on a hot streak and score a number of points, and then the next quarter it's somebody else. But, you know, for 5 kids, we press for 4 quarters, we fast break for 4 quarters, and that's 27, 28 ball games, and they're a tough breed of kid.
Well, you've been at the state tournament before, but back at the beginning of the season, did you think now this 4-class system, or just in general, that you had the kind of team that could make it this far?
You know, we talked about that in the locker room beforehand. I said the first meeting that we had in November, I said our goal at the beginning was to win a state championship. And, you know, 3.5 months later, yes, we got a state championship.
Well, it all starts with a vision, and it seems like all the girls really get along well. And I know that they wouldn't act that way if they didn't feel it. But obviously, the 3 girls that were cousins we talked to, there really is a special feeling between them, I think.
Well, there's no doubt that they love one another, and they love our Hancock basketball team. And, boy, I tell you, we're going to miss 3 really top quality seniors, but they'll have memories that'll last a lifetime.
Well, they were sure a fun team to watch. A lot of great execution, controlling the tempo and working for the good shot toward the end of the game also.
Yeah, you know, there were some highs and lows. You know, gee, I didn't think they already missed the first half. Red Lake, I didn't think they missed at all. We made some adjustments at halftime, and then I could see the momentum changing a little bit. And defensively, we started to get to them a bit.
Sure did. What did you tell him in the last timeout, in the last huddle that you had? It was about 30 seconds to go. What were your words in that huddle, Dennis?
Well, I'll tell you the truth, to be honest with you right now, we had missed X number of free throws, and we are about 70% shooters as a team. I said, you know, you kids, you've shot hundreds of thousands of those free throws before. I said, just pretend you're out behind the barn someplace shooting free throws at noon or whatever it is. I said, someone's got to step up there and knock them down. And Tanya Knoll knocked down 2 of them.
Great role players. Congratulations. Very impressive performance tonight by everybody.
Really, really appreciate it. And congratulations to all of our fans also.
Great. We'll go home and enjoy it now.
I am.
All right. Yep. Dennis Cornier, the state championship coach from Hancock in the Class A division. AA is coming up next. We're going to go back over to the table, and Jeff and Andy.
Thanks, Janet. Nice to see a lot of genuine emotion they get to let it out now on the part of the champions.
It's nice to see all 5 starters get a chance to talk to after the game, because all 5 of them, as they all said and as their coach said, were key to this season to success. Not just one player. Gwen Griner may have had the most publicity because of her 3-pointers and her, she's the career leader in 3-pointers, but this team, they played as a team.
Yep, they had great balance all the way through. They definitely did. We're getting set for our second game, our AA championship, but we'll wrap up this one, the Class A championship, when we come back from Williams Arena.
Private Parts is the #1 movie in America, and the critics love it. The New York Times, The Today Show, Rolling Stone, Siskel and Ebert, and Time Magazine. If you don't believe it, ask someone who's seen it. Private Parts, rated R. Now playing.
The Bowers are getting their home equity installment loan from First Bank, not just because the bank will take their application by phone or get them the quick approval they need. The Bowers are going with First Bank because college costs have hit the roof. Remodeling requires an education in high finance, and First Bank will loan them 100% of the equity in their home.
Hurry, no closing costs offer ends soon. To apply by phone, call 1-800-285-7575.
Dinner may be the only time during the day your family's together. And here, it's too important to be interrupted by the phone. So important that if you order US West Caller ID now, you'll get a free Caller ID box which shows you who's calling before you pick up the phone. And it logs the name, number, date, and time of incoming calls, so you'll know who to call when dinner's through. Call now, and the Caller ID installation as well as the Caller ID box is free. Life's better here. US West.
Lately, I can't get Dairy Queen out of my head. It's got me thinking Sunday every day. Now, when I buy an Ultimate Super Value meal, I get a sundae for 49 cents. An Ultimate Burger, regular fries, and a drink. All for just $3.49. And a sundae for 49 cents. With this or any Super Value meal. For hot eats, cool treats, think DQ.
Hancock is the Class A champion for the 96-97 season. They defeat Red Lake Falls 56-50. New London, Spicer, and Minnewaska area are warming up for our second game. We're going to wrap this one up. Jeff Grayson with Andy Skugman. It's time to take a look at our Heartland Chevy play of the game. And Gwen Griner had a buzzer beater last night. She does it again tonight.
She finishes her high school career with 263 3-pointers. Watch the clock right here. This is the end of the third quarter. She will drain the 3. That put Hancock up 45-43. And Jeff, they never trailed after that.
Really changed the momentum. That is our play of the game. It's time now for our player of the game, and you heard from her just a moment ago, one of the Knowles, Terry Knoll.
Yeah, Terry Knoll. Real strong game both defensively and offensively. She finished with 5 for 9 from the field, 12 points, 3 rebounds. I think her suffocating defense, though, is kind of what shifted the tide for us in our decision for Terry Knoll, though she played very good defense. I do want to say one thing. Both you and I mentioned that Terry Knoll and Tanya Knoll were sisters, and we found out that they're cousins, but we apologize, but that's what we were told. Right. We were told that they were sisters, so we apologize.
I can hear the phone calls from Hancock lighting up, but that's what we were told. The American Dairy Association player of the game is Terry Knoll, who will receive a certificate and donation sent to Hancock on her behalf from your local dairy farmers who ask,
hot milk?
Yes, we do. Hancock, the Class A champions. We congratulate the Owls. Roger Buxton and Janet Carvinen will call our Class AA championship. Stay with us. You're watching the 1997 girls basketball tournament from Williams Arena.
You're how old now?
8.
8. Okay. We go zip. You're 36. Where do you do it? You're 36. What are you doing to make a living?
Go to work?
Go to work. Where are we going? Now you got to see yourself. Where are we going? Can you see yourself?
It's out there and approaching quickly. A power so valuable, you can't afford to miss it. The Power, coming March 17th. On March 17th, the power of the dollar will be felt all the way to your driveway. The power of the dollar, coming March 17th.
Mike Proctor is a student at Buckley University, and he's about to become the subject of a remarkable experiment. He will live inside this small chamber, cut off from all human contact, alone.
Yo, get a little milk in here.
For the next 30 days.
Oh, no, guys, I didn't sign on for this. Guys, I got tons of cereal. I want some milk.
Fascinating.
Please.
Got milk?
Itchy, dryness.
Get effective itch relief with Gold Bond medicated cream. A recent clinical study showed that at 10 minutes, Gold Bond is more effective than these medicated creams.
Gold Bond cream works fast.
Gold Bond medicated cream. Fast itch relief.
For ordinary pain, I take an ordinary pain reliever, but for all the discomforts of my period, I take multi-symptom Pamprin. Both start with the medicine for pain, but only Pamprin adds a medicine for bloating and another for menstrual tension. Pamprin is period relief that's more complete.
Back at the state tournaments, Janet Carvinen getting ready for this AA state championship. We are talking with the parents of a very special young lady out there. Sarah Spears, number 44, is a player to watch for New London Spicer. She is a senior and has given her team such a great performances. I'm with her parents, Dave and Karen Spears, and we really appreciate you joining us. Now, you've had 3 children in the state tournaments, and it's got to have been exciting for you, Heather and Tom, and now Sarah, the youngest, is a senior.
Yes, it's been very exciting. We had wonderful times, good memories.
The older 2 are in college right now. What are Sarah's plans for after this year?
She plans to attend college. She's not sure where yet, but now I don't know what she's going to do other than that for her field.
How is it for being a mom, sitting in the stands, getting ready for some of these big games like the state championship? Sarah was a freshman the last time that they were in the state championship game, and they did not win. But how does it feel for you sitting out there?
Exciting. I'm nervous.
Oh, I know it's got to be hard. Well, New London Spicer always has great crowds. We're going to go over and talk to Dave here. And you've had such great crowds for New London Spicer. And I was talking to your wife about how hard it must be to sit and watch and not be able to do anything about these games. What do you think New London Spicer has to do today in order to beat Minnewaska?
Score more points, play good defense. That's it, I think.
What kind of things do you tell Sarah before or after games about her performance? Do you give her any kind of tips?
Good things happen to good people.
Yeah. Well, speaking of good people, Mike Dreyer is about one of the nicest guys that I've known in high school coaching.
Yes, he is. He's an excellent person, excellent teacher, and can't be a good coach if you're not a good teacher.
Well, good coaches like him make it a real joy, and of course they've been in the state championship. This will be the 5th time. They've never won it yet. Do you think that's something that they would really like to do this year, or do you think they could get worried about the past 4 times they haven't won it?
Well, there's no private schools in it this year, so private schools have been dominating, and we play with the kids that they're given to us, and I think it's a tribute to Mike, what he's done.
Yeah, it really is. Dave and Karen Spears, and I know they're going to be cheering on Sarah out there in her last high school game for New London Spicer coming up in just a few moments. Let's go back over to Jeff and Andy.
UPN 9's game time coverage of the Minnesota State basketball tournaments is brought to you in part by Dairy Queen and Great Clips.
Lately, I can't get Dairy Queen out of my head. It's got me thinking Sunday every day. Now, when I buy an Ultimate Super Value meal, I get a Sunday for 49 cents. An Ultimate Burger, regular fries, and a drink. all for just $3.49. And a sundae for 49 cents. With this or any super value meal. For hot eats, cool treats, think DQ.
This is a Katanga. To the Luba people, it was money, worth 3 cows and a chicken. But if you think that's primitive, compare your checking account to Checkstra Banking. Pay bills by phone. On-demand 24-hour banking. 6 ways to waive checking fees. Checkstra Banking from First Bank. You'll never miss your old checking account. This is a Minnesota 9 News Update.
I'm Nicole Stewart in the Minnesota 9 newsroom. The world is wishing President Clinton well as he recovers from knee surgery. Flower arrangements are filling up the president's hospital room in Bethesda, Maryland. He reportedly received several large bouquets from the Saudi royal family. Also today, Mr. Clinton is beginning physical therapy. Doctors are maneuvering his leg by hand to maintain his range of motion. The president should be released to go home tomorrow. He's expected to be on crutches for several weeks. Here in Minnesota, we're still recovering from our late spring snowfall. Let's check in with Joe Bender to see how today is shaping up. Joe?
Well, we have a lot more sunshine today. However, it's not warming up very well. In fact, we're only going to see highs in the lower teens, maybe getting into the 20s. Let's take a look at the temperatures across the state right now. Looks like we're at about 12 here in the Twin Cities, only 4 degrees in Alexandria, and still in the single digits in Thief River Falls and northwestern Minnesota. That's going to improve a little bit today. We should see highs about in the teens, lower 20s for the rest of the day. Still pretty cold, but plenty of sunshine. For tonight, mainly clear and cold. In fact, we'll drop back down to the single digits above 0. And then for tomorrow, there's some more light snowfall on the way by the afternoon as we see increasing clouds warming up to around 32 degrees, though. Doesn't look like this snowfall is going to be anything serious, just maybe a dusting to an inch of accumulation here in the Twin Cities and across the state. So not a storm like we've seen over the last day and a half or anything. Back to you, Nicole.
Thanks, Joe. Chisago County sheriffs are investigating their latest snowmobiling accident. Shortly after midnight, 45-year-old John Anara was thrown from his snowmobile and struck a snowbank. He died at Cambridge Memorial Hospital. So far this year, there have been 31 fatal snowmobile accidents in Minnesota. A snow emergency is underway in St. Paul. Plows will be out on all-day plow routes, including all non-posted east-west and north-south residential streets. Tagging and towing will begin at 9 tonight. Minneapolis is no longer under a snow emergency. Call the hotlines for more information. History is made at the NCAA tournament. North Carolina's Dean Smith is college basketball's all-time winningest coach. Smith broke Adolph Rupp's record with his 877th victory as his Tar Heels beat Colorado 73-56. Gopher fans are still enjoying the thrill of victory. Minnesota crushed Southwest Texas State last night 78-46 to advance to round 2 of the NCAA tournament. But now the team and the fans are focused on tomorrow's matchup with Temple. And we'll show you how they're gearing up with updates from Kansas City throughout the rest of the day. Women athletes at the University of Minnesota Duluth can expect a boost in financial assistance next fall. Women's sports programs will receive $150,000 to help the school comply with federal gender equity laws. The plan won't eliminate any men's sports. However, the equivalent of 9 scholarships for men's programs will be phased out. Stay tuned for Game 2. Minnewaska takes on New London Spicer, and I'll be back with more news at halftime. See you then.
Minnesota 9 News. Your first news at 9 with Robin and Gary, and at 10 with Jeff Passels. 2 newscasts bringing you all the news, the hot stories, important issues, information you won't find anywhere else, when you want it, at 9 and at 10. Minnesota 9 News, 2 evening newscasts designed for the way you watch TV.
Hi, I'm Robin Robinson. Hope you're enjoying UPN 9's tournament coverage. Stay tuned for Minnesota 9 News updates throughout the games and a complete newscast following tonight's action.
Show me the funny march on UPN!
Hey, UPN, show me the funny. It's a special St. Patrick's Day comedy jam with back-to-back episodes of In the House, followed by two-part Moesha in concert. Show me Blackstreet, A Tribe Called Quest, Soul for Real, 112, and Mo. Check it out. It's all hosted by Miguel Nunez and Robin Gibbons.
It all begins Monday at 7 on UPN 9.
Around these parts, you need a truck with all the right parts, and that's the Ford Ranger Extra. It's called Extra because it comes with these extra parts: AM/FM cassette, deep dish cast aluminum wheels, raised white letter tires, and a rear step bumper. That's over $1,500 worth of parts at no extra charge. And listen to this part: with $1,000 cash back and about $1,000 down, the Ranger Extra can be yours for just $139 a month for 24 months. So to get your Ranger Extra, you just have to do your part. Get to your Northland Ford dealer now.
And then the glob snuck up on the kids and... Hey, look what you did to our shoes. Look at these radical colors and shapes. Where? Wow, these shoes rule.
Totally new touch effects with more glob than ever, only from Converse.
Gross!
We have crowned one champion so far on Championship Saturday. Congratulations again to Hancock for winning the Class A title. Well, we're getting ready for our Class 2A championship game between Minnewaska area and New London Spicer. They're conference rivals. Let's go straight to your game announcers, Roger Buxton and Janet Carter.
All right, thank you, Andy. As Andy said, this is West Central Conference afternoon here at Williams Arena. New London Spicer has beaten Minnewaska area twice, Janet, by margins of 14 and 16. So obviously, number one, Minnewaska has a little ground to make up.
That's right. Minnewaska may feel like they're the underdog because they have not won not only the last 2 times, but actually the last 12 times these two teams have played. Some people also wonder if Minnewaska has anything left after the Blake game. Sometimes teams will be kind of emotionally spent after being an underdog and overcoming a very talented Blake team. So it proves to be an outstanding matchup today.
I guess the obvious message for the coach, Arden Highland, is, yeah, we've lost all these games consecutively, but as was the case with Blake yesterday, you only have to beat them once. This is a state tournament. It only takes one, so let's forget the rest of it and kind of keep sawing wood, see if we can do what we did yesterday.
I thought it was kind of neat when Missy Cass said, here we are with the same team we played all along, and we had to come all the way to the state tournament just to play them again. But a lot of announcers. There's Missy Cass talking about. She and Sarah Spears have, I'm sure, battled it out many times.
Yeah, they're having a good time. This is a little bit like playing the team from the next block in the driveway on an afternoon. That's basically what it boils down to here.
A little bit more at stake here, but both of these communities also, Minnewaska, located in Glenwood, of course, made up of the communities of Glenwood, Starbuck, and Villard. They have a great following. New London Spicer also always brings a great crowd here for the Class 2A championship.
I think more than most, this type of game can be a challenge to the coaches, because if you're playing a team from another area of the state that you don't see before, you might try a trick or two. I can't imagine these two have any tricks they can play on each other. They must know just about everything there is to know.
Well, the funny thing is with execution, and both of these teams are so well coached, if they execute their game plans, even if the opponent knows what they're going to do, it's still stopping it is another matter. They know what to expect, but it'll be interesting to see who can carry out their game plan and do what got them here.
I'm sorry. We expected a matchup that should be both interesting and probably close, so we'll see. Get your popcorn early and get a big one, because you won't have time to leave once we get started here this afternoon. New London Spicer and Minnewaska area are coming up next. This is the 1997 Minnesota Girls State High School Basketball Tournament.
Jim Munoz isn't a First Bank customer just because they gave him his first checking account, or the car loan that he wanted, or the school loan that he needed. Jim's a First Bank customer because they gave his dad the business loan that he needed to grow the company and hire the right talent to make it prosper.
Lately, I can't get Dairy Queen out of my head. It's got me thinking Sunday every day. Now, when I buy an Ultimate Super Value meal, I get a sundae for 49 cents. An Ultimate Burger, regular fries, and a drink. All for just $3.49. And a sundae for 49 cents. With this or any Super Value meal. For hot eats, cool treats, think DQ.
Well, the teams are on the floor, and we'll be ready to go here in just a couple of minutes. Obviously, I would imagine the populations of New London, Spicer, Glenwood, and all the areas involved are pretty much here this afternoon. So we should have a lot of noise and a lot of excitement in this basketball game. Well, like you, we're not interested in delaying things any longer than necessary, so let's get right to public address announcer David Giles.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Williams Arena and to the 22nd annual Minnesota State High School Girls Basketball Tournament. This game is for the Class 2A State Championship, and it features the Section 5 champion, the Wildcats from New London Spicer High School, and the Section 8 champion, the Lakers from Minnewaska Area High School. We'll begin the introductions with the cheerleading squads from both schools. First, the New London Spicer cheerleaders, Kelly Hansen, Jenny Caparis, Carrie Lindner, Steph Robin, Lori Stye, and Christine Weeking. Now the Minnewaska area cheerleaders, Sarah Schrader, Lindsay Schumacher, Jessica Peterson, Katie Gullickson, Melissa Wendt, and Sam Jensen. Now we will introduce the reserve players from each team. First, let's meet the reserve players from New London Spicer. 5'5" sophomore guard, number 11, Melissa Gerhardson. 5'5" junior guard, number 21, Michelle Jedlicka. 5'8" senior forward, number 25, Erica Jardy. 5'5" junior forward, number 31, Kirsty Clevin. 5'8" sophomore guard, number 13, Jenny Eckerson. 5'8" junior guard, number 41, Erin Thompson. 5'10" junior center, number 42, Natalie Powers. 5'7" junior forward, number 43, Karen Peterson. 5'10" junior forward, number 51, Becky Kulseth. And 6' freshman center, number 55, Josie DeShepper. Now let's meet the reserve players from Minnewaska area. 5'6" sophomore guard, number 5, Amanda Disrude. 5'6" junior guard, number 13, Jeannie Haberud. 5'10" junior forward, number 21, Paige Meyer. 5'6" junior guard, number 25, Renee Stammer. 5'8" senior forward, number 31, Stacy Wilprecht. 5'7" junior guard, number 35, Laura Gullickson. 5'10" junior center, number 41, Jennifer Murnack. 5'8" senior forward, number 45, Kara Hippie. And 5'10" junior center, number 53, Bria Ekstrand. And now let's meet the starting lineups for the Class 2A state championship game. They will be introduced alternately, starting with New London Spicer. At forward, a 5'10" sophomore, number 23, Lindsay Laser. At forward for Minnewaska area, a 5'6" senior, number 33, Missy Cath. At forward for the Wildcats, a 5'11" senior, number 44, Sarah Spears. At forward for the Lakers, a 5'9" senior, number 43, Christine Owen. At center for New London Spicer, a 6'2" senior, number 53, Michelle Lone.